Good seeing you. God bless.
Community policing is much more than a specific strategy or program.
It's the police and the community working together to make our individual communities better places to live and work. Any law enforcement agency, especially at the local level, is about saving lives and trying to keep our communities healthy and intact.
The way you protect the community is by helping the most vulnerable people.
You have to meet people on the individual basis.
If you are fully integrated into the community, they will tell you who the vulnerable populations are that need your assistance. Lowell is a urban community, old mill community on the East Coast, so heroin has been an issue in this community for generations. But the difference today is fentanyl has been absolutely the game changer in this struggle and the devastating effect that we've seen in Lowell.
Everyone in the city has been touched. It's just such a widespread problem. It affects everyone.
This opiate epidemic seriously cuts down at our ability to keep our communities safe. It became increasingly apparent that law enforcement had to do more. We put together this team, the co-op program, with just existing resources, literally no additional funding at all. Their charge was to go out and find individuals that had overdosed and survived and try and get them into treatment before they became the next fatal statistic.
Co-op stands for Community Opioid Outreach Program.
There's a police officer, there's a firefighter, there's some EMTs from the ambulance company in the city, there's people from the Lowell House trained at outreach work. So it's a very diverse group.
So the main goal is to try and reduce fatal opiate overdoses.
The co-op program is really meant to be kind of that initial first contact, that outreach. So they go out to individuals and try to develop a relationship with a person, establish a little bit of trust, and try to engage them in a conversation about getting help.
The co-op team is a really good team, and I feel like what they did for me, it's huge, because I've been on drugs for over 22 years. The co-op team, they were coming down to the tents where I was living at.
Daily, we search out each encampment.
Hello, hello, hello. Anybody home?
Our first thing is a welfare check. Are they in need of medical attention? The next thing we do at the tents is, are you ready for treatment today?
We've been able to cut the fatal number of overdoses in Lowell significantly by a factor of about 30% since the introduction of the co-op program. It's a non-traditional role for law enforcement. It's transformative in the way we looked at this epidemic, but I do believe that it was absolutely necessary.
The members of the co-op team show that someone does care about them. It gives them a little bit of hope that there is a better way to live than suffering from addiction.
The individual approach is key for the understanding and for the gaining of trust.
If you try to take a one-hat-fits-all, it's not going to work.
You have to customize because there are underlying issues for each individual.
It's a public health and a public safety issue, this epidemic. It is a guardian mentality. One of the main charges that we're supposed to be out there doing is trying to save people and protect their life.
I wanted to run, but at the same time, like, I knew that I was tired. I knew that I was fed up, and that I just needed rest. I was suicidal. I have a lot of mental issues.
Jamie is a strong soldier.
He's been in recovery now almost 2 years.
They're not just, okay, we're gonna get you clean and, you know, we're just gonna move on to the next person. No, they continue like reaching out to you. I never expected me, a person that the way I was in the streets, for an officer to come to me and be like, how you doing? Nice seeing you, like, you're doing a great job. That program changed my whole person.
A person really needs a lot of different kinds of helpers to be on the right path to getting well. So collaborating among all these different providers has been great because we're learning from one another, and I think it just makes us all better able to help the clients who are in need.
You're always going to have more success when you include other members of the community. The thing that I'm most proud about with the co-op program is the willingness of the men and women to roll up their sleeves. I'm very, very proud of their efforts.
The co-op team does great work. It's difficult work, but it's just so necessary, and it's saving lives.
When somebody is struggling in life with homelessness, it doesn't take very long for their life to spiral downward out of control and that they cannot, by themselves, get back on track.
Many issues outside of their control need to be addressed, whether it's substance abuse, mental health issues, or just circumstances that they could no longer afford to live where they were living. Traditional law enforcement homeless approaches have been trespass, sit-lie ordinances. Really all you do is chase them around. If we all recognize what we're doing by putting people in jail for those low-level nuisance misdemeanors isn't working, then it cries out for a new approach.
Let's take it a step further and get them the help and get involved.
CORE is the Community Outreach Resource Program, and we connect individuals with services to get them out of homelessness in Indio.
The purpose of the CORE program is to get people on their feet, off the street, and out of the courts.
What's unique about the program is that such a collaborative effort between probation, district attorney, police, public defender's office, and the courts. It works in conjunction with other programs that are designed to help people in need and in trouble.
There are various ways for the people that we have come through CORE, and we as a team work together to determine whether or not someone's a good fit. We rely on our partners. They are the ones that really work with the people who come through CORP. They're the ones providing the services that they need to really get back on track. One of the huge positives from the CORP program has been the Indio Police Department having dedicated quality of life officers in the homeless community, establishing relationships of trust. And that is huge because previously, when law enforcement would show up, the homeless population would scatter. And now they know that they aren't facing a foe, that they are actually looking at an ally.
The first thing we do is go out there, talk to them. We're here to help you. Tell us what you need. On patrol was different because we never got a chance to talk to them. Move on or you go to jail. I'm not here to get to know you. I got the next call I got to go to. So doing this, I have the time now.
We do have resources here in the city of Indio. We have the Mission, Martha's, but we can't have you out here, okay? I'll come back later and talk to you and see how we can help you.
Instead of pushing these folks out, get to know these people and see how we can direct them to some help.
A successful completion of the CORE program varies from individual to individual. It can range from a minimum of 90 days up to a year. It is tailored individually to each person.
Upon them completing their program, paperwork is submitted to the court to have low-grade misdemeanor cases sometimes dismissed or fines and fees excused.
People who don't have the ability to put a roof over their own head don't have the ability to pay the courts back, and the courts also recognize that. They spend more time and more money having these cases on calendar repeatedly than they ever collect from any of them.
We've been able to help approximately 118 people with fine reductions. Our empirical data indicates that it's working because we do not see the same clients coming back and back and back again as we have in the past.
CORP helps the community by reducing recidivism for low-level crimes. It improves the community by making sure individuals have a place to live, that they have a job, and they're more likely to be productive members of society.
I was coming off of heroin, and I was really sick. I was living on the streets. I actually went through the community outreach program through the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. They helped me clear out some of my citations I had. I couldn't believe it because I'm 27 years old trying to pick up where I left off at age 17. And all I know is running around the streets, getting in trouble. It's really hard to try to get in control when you've already messed up so much. And this program helped me get my life back together.
What's exciting about the CORE program is these resources are already available. The law enforcement, the public defender's office, and the DA's offices, the courts recognize what it takes is individuals and entities that want to reach out and get together. And CORP can be duplicated anywhere.
Helping the homeless does a lot of things for us. Our community wants us to reduce the negative impacts of homelessness on the community, whether that's on the businesses or in a park or what have you. But it also humanizes us when we've impacted a life in a positive manner. It enhances the trust.
We are making the community a better place, not just for the individuals who come through CORP, but for our entire community.
We have to do more. We have to get out and try and help these individuals, and that's our responsibility.
We need everyone's help. The police can't do it by themselves. We need to all work together.
Always try and reach out to our community partners, and when you do that, you're always stronger.